Hello and welcome to this video. This is going to be my vlog about my medical journey. For context, I was diagnosed with 18 centimeter fibroid or myoma in my uterus, making it enlarged and retroverted. So far, my left ovary is okay. They can't see the right ovary because it is covered by the uterus, by the fibroid. I was suggested to undergo a total hysterectomy. I was diagnosed last December 2024, December 16. Prior to that diagnosis, back in 2023, I just thought that I got really fat. Like I gained weight because I have been really loose with my eating habits. I've ate quite a lot. On around April this year, I noticed how bloated my tummy was, and when I weigh myself, I'm around 63 kilograms, and I'm just under 5 feet. I'm 4'11", so 63 kilograms is really heavy for someone of my size. And before, it was okay because I was going to the gym, so I had a lot of muscle weight. But I haven't been in the gym. I haven't been lifting weights for quite a long time now, so I shouldn't be that heavy. So I decided to go on a more healthy diet, but I wasn't really too strict. I wanted to do it for like a really long time to make it like a part of my lifestyle. So yeah, it was a drastic change of diet, but up to December, I actually lose around 5 kilograms or more. I was already weighing around in between 57 to 56 to 55, around those times, depending on the time of the month. But even though as you can probably already notice, that my limbs, some part of my body, they look quite thin. My tummy is another story, like this. See, it's still big. That's the fibroid, as you can see. Yeah, but my limbs are really thin, as you can see also on my neck. So I was really concerned. I consulted online through an online doctor, and that was December 5. She suggested for me to get a transvaginal ultrasound, which I did on December 16th. And the doctor that did my ultrasound thought that I was originally, she thought I was pregnant, and when I said I wasn't, she got really concerned, and that's when she found a really large fibroid, and it was around 18 centimeters. It was really big, and she was saying that why didn't I notice it. I said I noticed I was bloating. I wasn't really feeling anything besides being bloated and constipated. Well, I didn't really thought about the symptoms that I had. I just thought they were like normal because of my age. When we got home, I was supposed to reconsult with that online doctor, but she didn't respond. So I went back to the hospital nearest to our home and got like a second OB-GYN, and that's when, yeah, she did say that I had a really big fibroid and I might need to get a hysterectomy. Of course, she was concerned if I was okay with it because we don't have any children yet. I'm already at the age of 40, so keeping my uterus is like, the idea is not really favorable. Honestly, to me, I'm okay with losing the uterus. I don't really mind. It's not like we really plan to have children. We once did, but it was more of like if we were given a child or not, it's okay. My mind was really clouded when I heard the news, not because of the possibility of losing my uterus, it's the possibility of the surgery, of getting cut open and then take something out. It's the act of having that incision in my stomach. It's one of the reasons why I didn't want children, is because I don't want to go under. I don't want C-section. I don't want to have a cesarean. Because of my size, it's a possibility. And then I'm still going through it, but I'm not birthing a child. Instead, I'm going to get rid of my organ. And of course, it is also expensive. Even though I know there are alternatives like public hospital and all that, but I'm not really. The hospital that I went to is like the most favorable one for us in our situation, but it's really expensive, and that's what really concerns me. And the fact that after the surgery there's a recovery period, like 2 weeks, the fastest could be a month. I'm not sure if I'll be able to work at that time that I'll be recovering, and that is also my biggest concern. And then we also have 3 dogs, so right now we are doing our best to be able to get the funds. We're also getting help on that part, and tomorrow we'll be going back to a follow-up consultation with a doctor, of course, to address some of our concerns and how to manage this until we are capable of getting surgery. So yeah, lots of those concerns actually. Honestly, I really want this to be over with, but at the same time I'm so scared of the operation. No, not the actual operation, because while you're getting operated, I'll be knocked out, so I wouldn't really know what's gonna happen unless I woke up in the middle of the operation. But I'll be knocked out most of the time. What I'm really scared is, as soon as I woke up, there will be a lot of pain, or so I read and heard. And I'm not sure in the Philippines if they use like narcotics. No, I don't think so. I'll probably be taking lots of ibuprofen, which my concern is that my body is probably already used with a lot of ibuprofen in my body because of my migraines. I drink ibuprofen almost every month because of my migraines. So I'm really worried about that. Of course, the incision itself, I'm scared of how am I going to like take care of that incision, like that cut on my abdomen. I'm scared of the infection. I'm scared of the recovery process, to be honest, even though I'm sure that my husband will help me in that part. And actually, I'm really grateful that in the front of me losing my uterus, we are like-minded. I mean, he's okay. He is more concerned about my health, of me. He's really supportive, that he is the one telling me that if I go through this, all I need to think about is, as soon as this is over, I will have a great quality of life. That's where I should focus my mind. No, he's really been supportive. He's not panicking like me, which is really a big deal, because you don't really want someone to be the same mood as you when you're already in this state, in a more in this dark, having a dark mood. It doesn't help that your partner, your husband, your loved one is also in that dark mood, you need someone who can, say it's okay, that you're gonna get through this, that um, that it will be better when this is all done. So yeah, and I'm also very thankful to my eldest brother, my big brother, for helping out financially. um, it's it's really the biggest hurdle of this journey, because I don't have an HMO, I don't have a PhilHealth. Okay, some people will think you should have gotten that HMO, you should have paid your PhilHealth. I know, I also thought of that, but at the time that I was really thinking about getting an HMO, I just learned that even if I did get my HMO at that time, I wouldn't be able to use it, because it at least needs to be paid for at least 2 years before you could actually use your HMO. As for my PhilHealth, I wasn't able to pay it because there's I'm not going to explain myself, okay? It's really it's a little bit complicated. I know some people will not agree, so I'm just not going to explain myself. Let's just say I don't have HMO, I don't have PhilHealth. I did have insurance, at least G insured, but I can only claim it after the surgery, and that is still fingers crossed. I do hope I'll be able to claim my insurance. I did have that, so because I really was saving it for some kind of emergency, and yeah, you could say this is that emergency. So now we're saving money, hoping that this could be over with as soon as we can. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be back with a doctor to discuss the next step. Hello, today is January 6th. Later today I'll be going to my follow-up checkup. But this morning, although I do still have some work, I'm trying to doing some practice or trying some setups that I could do here in the bedroom, for me be able to work while recovering. So I bought this bed soft chair. It looks like this with an armrest. It was the biggest that I could find, but it's still too lowered for me. So what I did was I had my head pillow here, prop up the bed chair on top of the pillow that I'm using, so it gave the proper height. And then I had this backrest as a additional cushion in the back, so it would have the right amount of thickness. And I think this setup will work, because although I'm not sitting too upright like on an L-shaped, I am kind of sitting in a more reclined position, but not too reclined to a point that I cannot see what I'm doing, or it will be uncomfortable for me to work. And as you can see, I'm drinking my guava leaves tea. Yeah, so I'm going to try to work here this morning to see how it works, and then later today I'll be doing my follow-up to tell the doctor that I might need some time before the surgery, not because I'm not prepared, or I'm not emotionally, or partially I am not yet emotionally prepared or mentally prepared or physically prepared, but that's not the reason. The reason is mainly because of the funds. I still have to wait, and I still have to procure the right amount of funds so I could do the procedure. because like I said, I don't have HMO, I don't have PhilHealth. I do have insurance, but I can only claim the insurance after the surgery. That's the problem. It's different here in the Philippines, and I know overseas, you could, um, when you're going to have a procedure, you can already use the insurance. But in my case, it's in at least the insurance that I have is different case. You have to get the surgery first, pay for it, and then they'll just reimburse a certain amount of money using your insurance. So yeah, kind of sucks, honestly. Anyways, yeah, we'll see you later. Hello, today is still January 6th. We actually got back, well, an hour ago from the hospital, from our follow-up consultation, and we were able to discuss with our doctor what is going to happen, about scheduling of the surgery, and answered a lot of my questions regarding what's the procedure, the recovery, and all that. And it eased me a lot to know all of these answers, because I was really overthinking a lot of things. I was really scared of the development, I mean the recovery, how I'm going to recover. That was my issue. That was, how long would I be able to sit like this and be able to go back to work after surgery. A lot of things. So first, I would like to discuss the kind of surgery. So I'm going to have a tabso. It is a total abdominal hysterectomy basically they're going to remove my uterus, my cervix, the fallopian tubes, but I have an option. So finally it was cleared to me that I do have an option to keep my ovaries since they're okay, or if just in case, once I was open up and they were able to see more of what's happening inside me, if the ovaries got stuck with my uterus, because it is big, they may have to remove it, but if they can save it, they will save it. So I don't really have to worry about the menopausal symptoms, which can be hot flashes, night sweats. Well, if just in case that they do have to remove my ovaries, they'll be prescribing me some hormonal replacement pills, which is not expensive, at least from what I've heard. It costs about like 300 pesos per box of pills, but to alleviate the symptoms. But best case scenario, they don't have to remove the ovaries, just my uterus, because my myoma, my fibroid, is too big, that it's too big to the point that it you could say, what's there is mostly fibroid, and the uterus is just just a small portion of it, so they have to remove it, and I'm actually fine with that. It's not like we have any plans of getting pregnant or having a child, so that's okay. In regarding to what kind of incision they're gonna do, is that they're going to do a vertical one, and it could go past my navel, but they're going to avoid the navel, so it's going to be cut here, then the navel, they have to do a slight curve, and then down there. So my other concern was, will I feel the pain as soon as I woke up? The doctor assured me that I will still be in anesthesia because my anesthesia is IV drip. So when I woke up, it I won't feel any pain, but discomfort most probably. And then as for the catheter, it's going to be removed in 24 hours, and then I would probably be discharged at most would be 72 hours after the surgery, so around 3 days after the surgery. So I'll be in the hospital for 5 days because I'm going to be admitted the day before the surgery, and then this because they have to do a lot of pre-op things like, emptying my bowels, fasting, and stuff. And then the day of the surgery, and then after the surgery, they have to make sure that I can pee by myself. I could at least fart. They don't, not really poop, but at least fart, because that will be the sign that I can finally be able to eat soft foods, and then it will start with soft foods. And then on the day of the discharge, they they're going to clean my wound and cover it up with something special. I don't exactly know, but she said it's like a plastic kind of cover that I don't have to worry about 3 days when I got back home. So um, by the time by the time I'm discharged, I don't have to take bath for 3 days, just sponge bath. So basically, like, you know, um, my husband will take care of that, and then she's going to prescribe me a spray for the incision, so I don't really have to rub it. They just have My husband will just need to spray the wound, and just a bit of a dab, so I don't really need to touch the incision. And she assured me that you know by the time I got home, I can already sit. That was also one of my biggest concerns. Can I sit down if as soon as I got home? I mean, as can I sit down at least 2 weeks after so that I could work, because I do a lot of sitting, working, and that is my biggest concern, because I want to be back to work in 2 weeks at least, because my work is mostly me sitting down and me doing me drawing. It's not like it's a really intensive work that I have to stand up and do a lot of things. So that is one of my concerns. So yeah, and since it is an elective surgery, I don't really have to pressure myself to worry when, or ideally we could do it as soon as possible, but it's not really a pressure. And we were also assured that the estimation that she provided was more than enough. It's not going to go over the budget. It could probably be less. So yeah, those are the things that make me feel a lot better about the surgery. Yeah. So most probably my next update will be the surgery itself, the day, or maybe probably around that I do all of my tests, because the doctor also gave us a list of lab tests that I need to go through to make sure that I am cleared for surgery. And once we did that, we have to go to another doctor, so she would provide I think, a certification, a approval that we can go through the surgery. And she turns out she's the sister of our doctor, which is good, because it's that would be easier for us. And then once that is done, as for the blood, I think as soon as they know my blood type, the laboratory will provide that. We don't really have to worry too much about it. Yeah, so right now it's all about the waiting game and making sure that I am in tip-top shape for that day.